And this is one of those programs designed to help families get the food that they know that they need. Summer is often when many families start to feel the real gap in their food budget. When school is out, free or reduced price meals in the cafeteria disappear, while living costs do not slow down. For households with school-age children, a benefit that arrives late or never arrives at all can trigger a chain of cutbacks, from meals to medicine to gas money. In that context, Sunbucks, also known as Summer EBT, has become a focal point of debate because it offers $120 per child, yet now faces warnings that in 2026, many families could miss out because participation depends on each state. By design, Summer EBT is a summer grocery benefit for eligible children, delivered through EBT cards or a similar issuance system. In the Federal Register, the U.S. Department of Agriculture, through FNS, published the 2025 benefit levels on March 10, 2025, presenting monthly and total summer benefit amounts with the rule that the total summer amount equals the monthly amount multiplied by 3. At the state level, the California Department of Social Services described on May 16, 2025, how Sunbucks is issued as $40 per month for 3 summer months, adding up to $120 per child, and also noted that benefits have a usage window and may be removed after a defined period from the date of deposit. The $120 figure, then, is not just a talking point. It sits inside the official benefit structure published for the summer. What makes the story hot, however, is not only the amount, but who actually receives it and who may miss it. On November 20, 2025, the Food Research and Action Center, commonly known as FRAC, published an analysis warning that more than 10 million eligible children could miss summer EBT benefits in 2026 if states do not participate in the program. FRAC's warning focuses on political and administrative decisions at the state level, where opting in or opting out can determine access for beneficiaries, even when federal eligibility rules still exist. In the Summer EBT framework, state participation is decisive. FNS maintains an official program page where the public can check which states, territories, and tribal nations participate by year, and the 2025 listing shows clearly where the program is operating and where it is not. If a state does not participate, the benefit does not simply shift to an alternative channel. For many families, it effectively does not exist for that summer. FRAC uses this real-world fragmentation to argue that the scale of eligible children who do not receive benefits could become very large in 2026 if the pattern of non-participation continues. The participation debate has been widely covered in U.S. media during 2025. The Wall Street Journal published an analysis on why some states refuse federal cash to feed poor kids over the summer, highlighting arguments about administrative costs, views of federal involvement, and implementation concerns. The Houston Chronicle reported that Texas Governor Greg Abbott vetoed administrative funding tied to participation, leaving the state to forego about $450 million in federal funds. The article also cited an estimate of about 3.8 million eligible children in Texas, and described administrative costs being debated at roughly $60 million across 2 fiscal years. While each state has its own context, the numbers show how an administrative decision can translate into benefit gaps affecting millions of children. Beyond the question of whether a state participates, another major driver of missed benefits is how eligibility is delivered, automatic issuance versus application. In its Summer EBT Questions and Answers published on December 31, 2024, FNS explains 2 main pathways. Many children can be deemed eligible based on existing data used for school meals programs or related eligibility records, leading to automatic issuance. But in cases where agencies do not have enough information to verify eligibility, families must submit an application or provide additional documentation. To reduce confusion, in February 2025, FNS posted communication toolkits for states to clearly message both groups, families receiving benefits automatically and families that must apply. State-level portals and application materials also reflect differences in deadlines and issuance timelines. For example, a North Dakota application document posted in May 2025 references the $120 benefit and states that benefits will not be issued prior to May 1, 2026, along with a late summer 2026 application deadline. Income eligibility rules can add another layer of confusion. On March 13, 2025, the Federal Register published the USDA FNS Income Eligibility Guidelines for Child Nutrition Programs, covering July 1, 2025 through June 30, 2026. These thresholds are a key reference for determining free or reduced-price school meals, which in turn often connects to how Summer EBT eligibility is established in many states. When a household is not in the automatic pathway, failing to understand the income thresholds and the process can lead to a simple but costly outcome, not applying and therefore not receiving the benefit. After the 2025 summer rollout, a separate but related storyline gained momentum: program integrity. On December 5, 2025, FNS issued the memo USDA FNS 01-2026, signed by Jessica Saraceno in her leadership role for child nutrition programs. The memo emphasizes minimizing fraud, waste, and abuse while protecting participants and taxpayers. It calls for stronger data controls, prevention of duplicate issuance, safeguards against issuing benefits to ineligible children, investigation of violations, and recovery actions when improper payments occur under the rules. FNS also indicates it will standardize oversight and use a special review process informed by 2025 operations to require corrective action before the 2026 season. The integrity focus aligns with broader risks in EBT systems. On September 25, 2025, the Government Accountability Office published a report on EBT card skimming, showing how benefits delivered by card can be vulnerable to theft and directly harm recipients when protections are weak. While the GAO report is not limited to Summer EBT, it helps explain why FNS is prioritizing controls and benefit protection as the program expands and transaction volume grows. From a macroeconomic and budget perspective, $120 per child is small compared with total federal spending, but it can be meaningful for low-income households, especially during summer months when food costs rise and school meals disappear. At the community level, Urban Institute analysis published on May 6, 2025, argues that Summer EBT provides crucial nutrition support and highlights the need to improve access. Brookings, in a June 26, 2025 explainer, also stresses that families need to understand how the program works at scale, because the split between automatic issuance and application can determine outcomes. The risk of missed benefits affects more than just children. In multi-generational households that include older adults or people with disabilities, the food budget is shared, so a benefit for children arriving on time can ease pressure across the household. For part-time workers, summer income can be unstable, making food support more important for preventing food insecurity. The families most likely to be missed often include those who move, change schools, lack stable internet access, or simply do not realize they must apply because they assume everything is automatic. Looking toward 2026, two bottlenecks stand out. The first is state participation, the factor FRAC says could leave more than 10 million eligible children without benefits. The second is how states implement oversight and controls under the integrity direction outlined in the December 5, 2025 FNS memo, including data matching, duplicate prevention, and error correction. The program must expand access to reduce missed benefits while tightening administration to reduce errors and fraud. How agencies balance those two goals will be a key measure of the 2026 season. In sum, Sunbox or Summer EBT sits at the intersection of practical need and policy dispute. The $120 per child benefit has been officially published and implemented in many states using the 3-month structure. Yet FRAC's November 20, 2025 warning suggests that benefits on paper do not automatically become benefits in a family's hands if a state opts out or if families do not follow the correct procedural pathway. Meanwhile, the FNS Integrity Memo dated December 5, 2025 signals that 2026 will bring tighter oversight and more standardized controls. What to watch between now and summer 2026 is which states participate, how clearly agencies communicate the difference between automatic issuance and application, and how the system balances broader access with stronger program integrity.